Well, today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about time management, how you get the fitness lifestyle to work in your lifestyle. This is a video that I was asked to do and thought it might be a good thing to go ahead and do. But to tell you a bit about the time management aspect, you might need to see with what does my day kind of look like? What do I do? I'm an attorney. I have my own law practice, which is both good and bad. The good thing is I set my own schedule. The bad thing is I have certain time demands that I have to meet, and so there are pressures on me that I can't just simply put off. In addition to that, I'm the chairman of the Chamber of Commerce in my area. We serve about 300,000 people. There's about 1,500 members in the chamber itself, so it's a good sized chamber, a good sized staff. I have about 20 events that I attend each month. I also serve a couple of civic committees. One of them actually sets the capital budget for the city of Kansas City. So they're fairly time-consuming committees and things that I have to dedicate a lot of time to outside of my normal law practice. So I do have demands on my time. I'm not simply someone that goes into the gym day after day and can spend my day in the gym. I know a lot of people ask me that. Do I work at a gym, or do I spend all day in the gym? And no, I don't. I have other things outside of the gym that I do. I also have an online supplement business that it was a full retail business, and we had stores, and that took up more time than the online business, but I have that to deal with also. So when it comes down to time management, there are actually probably three major aspects to think about, and that's food, workouts, and sleep. So let's talk about food first. If you're going to be successful, you need to eat. And if you're like me, I eat several times throughout the day. So one, you need to plan your meals. If you're always going to the kitchen and trying to figure out what you're going to eat, it's probably not going to work for you. So all my meals are set up, as I told you before, on macros and calories, and I know from a spreadsheet what each meal is going to entail, so I know exactly what I'm going to do to prepare each meal. There are major components, say beef and chicken and those types of things, and what we do is we cook those in bulk. I say we because my wife does help me with this from time to time, and sometimes we'll take Sunday afternoon and we'll cook a lot of the things in bulk that we can save for the entire week. So it'd be chicken, beef, maybe asparagus or broccoli, those types of things. Prepare those in bulk, so then when it comes to actually preparing individual meals, then it's simply just taking the items out of the bulk and weighing them, because I know I have a book that shows me how much of each item that I need for each meal. So it comes pretty easily to prepare the meals. The other thing that I do is I try to prepare the meals in advance, and I take stuff with me to work. This is a 6-pack bag, which I carry my food in. It actually has components inside for meals. They actually have individual trays, and so I simply prepare a meal that fits in this tray, slow it in there, and so when I head off to work in the morning, I've got all the meals that I need already set up, they're already planned, they're already ready to go. So I'm not trying to find something during the day, and I don't have to worry about fast food or anything like that. I'm already set to go. Typically, it's better to do those, the night before. There's some people that prepare their meals for the entire week, and I used to do that, but then I just found it took up too much room in the refrigerator for everyone else's in the family, and so we just do the bulk thing, and then each individual night I'll make the meals for the day before, certainly for the day after. Kind of the second thing is everyone that I work with, whether it be for the chamber or clients or those types of things, knows of my lifestyle. I don't hide it. I'm not ashamed of it. And so, if I go to, say, a chamber meeting and I'm early, it's not uncommon for me to whip out my food and eat if it's time for me to eat. And the people around me know what I'm doing. they don't have any problem with it. And in fact, it becomes a kind of an ongoing joke about just my fitness lifestyle and foods that I eat, those types of things. So everyone has now become pretty comfortable with it. So food comes down to preparation, just plain and simple. Sleep. Sleep is something that has been probably one of the worst components for me to really get control over. And it's something that I didn't truly understand its benefits until I came into this contest cycle. My nutrition is handled through a coach. His name is John Gorman, who is an excellent coach. And his deal is that you have to get minimum 6 hours sleep. There were a lot of times that I just didn't get that because I would work late into the night, get home after gym, do family type stuff, then get back on the computer and do work, and then go to bed and have a 7:30 meeting the next morning, and maybe only get 4 or 5 hours sleep. And after a while, that began to wear on me. But also, it became a point where I wasn't losing weight during my contest, and we talked about why and trying to figure out why I wasn't losing weight on the diet and everything else. But I wasn't getting sleep. I wasn't getting 6 hours sleep, and so he pressed on me, you have to get 6 hours sleep. So one thing that I did is as it relates to weight and weight control, I weigh every morning. It's something that I've done for this particular contest since January. So I've got a scale of a chart of what I weighed every single day since January. So you can actually track it, see what's working and what's not. And the best time to weigh is in the morning, after you've gone to the bathroom, before you've eaten or drank anything. That way it's the most consistent. If you weigh in the afternoon, if you weigh at night, you've got food in your stomach, and there's a lot of variables to actually not get a true weight. But if you weigh in the first thing in the morning after you've gone to the bathroom, that's going to be what your best caliber to check day after day. So there were times when I would wake up and I'd have 4 hours sleep just to go to the bathroom or whatever. I'd go ahead and weigh then just to see. Then I'm able to go back to sleep. And say then I wake up after 6.5 hours sleep, and then I weigh my second time. And the first few times I did this, it was just kind of to see, okay, does 6 hours sleep make a big difference? And I was shocked, because if I would wake up and weigh, go back to bed, sleep for an hour or maybe 2 hours, get up and weigh again, I hadn't gone to the bathroom, I hadn't done anything except sleep. And I could still be a pound and a half lighter the second time that I weighed. I don't understand the phenomenon. Someone might need to explain it to me. I don't know where the weight just simply disappears to, but it does just simply go away with those extra hours of sleep. And so I found that to be extremely interesting, and part of that has to do with the body releasing the cortisol, but where the weight itself goes, I'm not sure. So sleep 6 hours is a minimum, and so one thing that I do is I plan my day where if I know what time I have to get up the next day, I make sure I'm in bed, or at least try to make sure I'm in bed enough to give me my 6 hours. So what my next day is changes what my night may be. Then we go on to the workout schedule. And with me, since I have contests, I have workout and I have posing, which is just more time that I have to spend with a coach or practice. And so one of the first things or the biggest thing as it relates to this, is that it is a priority. It isn't something that I do if I have time. It isn't something that I do if I feel okay. It's a priority. I'm going to work out 6 days a week. I'm going to be in the gym, guaranteed. I mean, I can tell you what I'm going to be working out each day, and there is no question about whether or not I'm going to the gym, because I will be at the gym every day. Now, posing, I work with a posing coach, and that's actually during, quote, work hours. And what I simply do is I schedule it like any other meeting. So if I have a meeting with one of the clients at 12:30, and I have posing at 1:30, and then I have another meeting with a client at 3, I just put them all on the calendar, and it's just simply like any other meeting throughout my day. It's just as important. I don't move things around or cancel it. It's just, that's the time it is. And that's really the same thing it is with the gym. I try to be at the gym at a certain time of the day. So then I change my schedule to do that. And then if we have some event in the evening that's going to change my night schedule around, say we're going to be going to a movie or whatever, and it's going to interfere with the gym time, then I shift the gym time back and cut down my work day or rearrange my work day or set up where I go back to work later on in the day, or work, I do things to catch up to work, but I don't cut the gym. It is simply a priority. And once you make it a priority, then everything else becomes much easier. Because if you sit there every day and have to fight with the idea, am I going to the gym today? Half the time you won't go. You'll find some reason not to go. And so it's extremely, extremely important that it simply is a priority in your life. So when you come down to time management, workouts have to be a priority. Food requires planning. And sleep requires the dedication that 6 hours, you've got to hit that number. And so if you do those three things, you can make all of this work. No matter what you do, no matter how busy you are, because there's few people, I think, really, that have a busier schedule than I do. So when people say that I don't have time for the gym, I don't believe them. Because you can make time for the gym if that's what you want to do. And if it's not, then that's fine. Just understand that's not what you want to do and don't worry about it. But it can work, it will work, if you put in the time and the effort and the planning. So hope that helps.